Welcome to Dariusburst Chronicle Saviours, the musical. You might be wondering why I'm here. It's not to do purple stages, but it's to look at a purple stage. Last time we played a very hard and a very easy stage. And looking back at the episode before the previous one, where I did that hard stage the first time, I feel like I had a far less trouble with it the first time than all the times I tried to do it seriously. I mean, I was always on the edge of dying after every boss encounter on my first try, but at least I didn't die, despite having far less resources in terms of power and shields than I would get on my almost perfect runs last time. But in the end we cheated our way through. And today we are in front of a 18 area stage. And that makes it the second or third longest stage in the game so far. First we encountered was this purple here, Kakanava, at also 18 stages. That's why I'm saying second or third longest. And the other was over here with Roduhibozu with its 19 stages. But long doesn't necessarily equate difficult. Like, compared to the start here with Shark, Twin Claw, and Glare, here we have a fossil, a wheel, a manta ray, and some castle of some sort. So if the stages aren't necessarily much harder, which I feel like they can't get much harder than they were last time, the boss selection here at the beginning is definitely much easier. And I think that's also the main problem why this one was so hard. They put some really hard bosses at the very beginning where you don't really have the power yet to deal with them. Let's see if this goes any better today. That being said, we are not using formula, so we are powering up a little bit more than the game may expect. I'm gonna give myself a few extra shields, because 18 is gonna take a while. If I don't need to redo it, that would be appreciated. I'm gonna give myself 11 extra shields, because I can't give myself 10. And we're gonna see how it goes. Playing us next in Arenjikka. This is Next and not Legends, so laser works a different way than it did last time. It follows me, right? That's the whole trick. Yes. You're still in a bullet spammy world, I'm noticing immediately. Although we don't want to laser spam these things. I don't even want to shoot these for at all, honestly. So we are going up. Didn't actually look if we have auto charge. I don't think we do. So let's conserve laser where possible. These things don't take all that many hits. They also don't give me laser back, really. This was not as hard as last time's first stage. Here comes Iron Fossil. It's the easiest fossil, even. Yeah, this was no shock. This stage might get real hard later down the line, but the start is a lot more nice. By the symbol, I'm now expecting stage 1 from last time though. I did miss a power and did get hit, but yes, it is stage 1 now. Well, a variation, clearly, because this didn't happen at the beginning last time. That was not the hardest seahorse in the world. Just a slight diagonal. A smidge. A taste of diagonal. I was so focused on that green. Hey, it's even the weakest wheel. The muddiest wheel. Stuck in the mud, unable to move. Still managed to get a hit in. Would feel real bad about that if I didn't start with extra hits. Also, it managed to burst. And I almost stood right in the way of that. Oh, we're doing this. But this time we are not at max power yet. Yeah, not getting that. we are supposed to be Formula, which would be more powerful at dealing with these things. Lightning Flamberg. Medium of these. Also, I called this a manta ray earlier, and possibly for the whole of the game, but the game insists in all ways that this is a sawfish. Maybe if you turn it around and use the tail as the saw, but somehow I don't believe you. Actually, the lightning attack might be supposed to be the saw. Like, it's also where it gets its Flamberg name. So maybe you're supposed to see it as a whole when that lightning blade is out. Anyways, I got hit far too many times against this idiot. And during its stage, so not great. I'm so glad for my accidental laser placement. More? No, not of those at least. Feeling pretty safe around here. Very spammy, and Mirage Castle. I can't really see it. Oh look, recharging my laser with enemy laser. You done already with your shielding phase. I'm gonna shoot you in your eyes. I'll shoot you in your eyes some more. This time you didn't last nearly as long, but we are almost max power, so I guess it makes sense. No, last time we were max power. Maybe Legend is just weaker than Next? I mean, it makes sense for Next to be an upgrade to Legend. This is a weird stage, and I once again am very glad about my diagonals, but it didn't quite work out as well as I hoped. The enemies did get past. I guess those were a bit tanky. These bullets, not getting past. That stage was just spam all the way. Small quarry. Kind of placed my laser bad there. Otherwise, it would have died before it could hit me. Like if I also placed my laser at eye level. If I die by one shield too little. Now you know where I lost it. Trash! Good old trash. Not so sure about the diagonals in trash. Kinda want to shield either trash coming from the bottom or trash coming from the top here, so... Or, you know, both. These gun towers are also something I just don't like in this game. Because they tend to shoot before they shoot the ball. At least trash always involves lots of shields. Including the one down there. Wow. That didn't need to hit me. Who's the boss? Solid Claw. Once again, the easiest of its kind. So pretty much as I said, long stage does not necessarily equal difficulty. It equals endurance more than anything. Like, none of the bosses here have been anywhere near the caliber what we fought last time. Watch it end in gigantic bite again anyways. You're supposed to die around here, you know that? You're supposed to be long dead, you know that? Much like Mudwheel. Living a little bit too long. The easiest versions, if they don't die, become difficult mostly because I don't know what they will do after that. How good does diagonal work against the asteroids? Also, I have absolutely lost count of where I was. In fact, I never started counting. Who did we fight that wasn't visible from the start? Stare? where we just fought. Who I already forgot, so it can't have been that important. Who did we just fight? I really am very selective, forgetful sometimes. But also I'm concentrating on something else right now. No shields and all that. He has heavy jaw. Oh hey, there is a jaw here. Just much later. And there's so many jaws that I don't know which ones are hard and which ones are easy. I think it's the family of animals, family of fish with the most variations of 5. This is one that slowly upgrades to being a problem. But also it shoots these very slowly, so it's definitely not the hardest version or anything. I think the hardest version is probably the one that immediately upgrades to maximum power and then has its whole health for its final phase. If you're not ready for this, just a free hit. And if you're ready, it's just a waste of time. I wanted to cross over, did not. Heavy lasers and missiles, my favorite. Oh, and then you are gonna switch sides. I feel like you are the one that always does that. So you might be the one with the most health out of these. Like, I remember curvy lasers and missiles happening. Brought me down below 50 again. And this was at least the 3rd boss after the initial 4. So we are 7 in. 7 times 2 is 14. So maybe 2 bosses left. This looks awfully familiar. Like we already did it earlier. No, it's a lot more of these there. At least I know that my shield does not fully work against them. Oh good, we are doing this. Any shield drops anywhere? No, that's green. There's a shield. It's not gonna get it. I'm not powerful enough. Sometimes I feel they really expect me to be formula. Just go through. That was too early. I knew this was coming. It's not even perfect because the things at the bottom shoot too fast. Wow, we went real below 50 now, huh? That did not go well. Ancient barrage. At least it's not slasher. Please save your laser for when you need it. Which is now. Oh, I lost laser. But also you're shooting very few bullets at the moment. That moment has passed by the time I was done talking about it. Missiles. You are being weird. Are you gonna do the egg drop now? No. You won't because you are dead, but... I would like more shields, just in case of gigantic bite. Because I am very aware you have the ability to throw that thing at me again. I'm surprised I was safe there. It's our favorite stage. Again. By our, I mean mine. I wonder if having lots of turret towers might be why I like it so much. Not sure if I can call them towers if they are laying sideways. Turret corridors. Official name. By me. Might not be the worst stage in the world. GTB. 40 shields for GTB. It's not Gigantic Bite, it's GTB. Is that finale? Playing for me again. If I do diagonal, do it along the whole screen and also make it hit the enemy. Like so. Well, it's not hitting the enemy, but it's shielding me from absolutely everything, except the big purple lasers. And some small fry coming from below. But all of the things that usually give me trouble are being blocked. Actually got through. Maybe when the purple lasers happen, things can get through. Seems to be the case. Kirby lasers. Well, I'm glad I don't need to care about those. Maybe actually dodged purple lasers though. Dodge the other thing that you are not doing currently. Up, down, no. Now you're up, downing. Please die already. What now? This? You do this? Did I know that? Actually, it's different. Okay. Did you just eat them? Are you eating me alive? Those are really hard to dodge. Curvy lasers. That's long as the whale has ever lived, I feel. Have you looped now? You have looped now. Ooh. So if I didn't come in with 10 plus shields, I would not have survived then. I think a main reason why it took so long is because I was playing it safe. Like, my laser was not hitting the whale and instead blocking bullets. I feel like I could have probably positioned it better to do both things. Maybe not shield as well, but actually do damage. Oh, this was a nightmare. Almost died at the very end. But that's Arenjikka. And we're not gonna move on, because what lies before us is the final stage of the game. And before we want to do that, we want to finish off Another Chronicle in the next episode. I think that's fair. Is there a purple that smiles upon me that I want to do it now? Considering we are below the hour, which certainly wouldn't be the case if I died. That's 7 and it doesn't look insane. Nazuriapo warning. It gives me a lot, but also formula. So we are not gonna take a lot. Although it's no power drops, I'm noticing. Let's give myself the power it wants me to have. And the shields. Plus a few extra, why not? Surely this cannot be as hard as what we just did. Then again, it's shorter, but I recognize some faces. As if I've already seen them today. I mean, this is the end of the spiral, or the middle of the spiral. The spiral was not easy, but it was easier than what we have been doing the last few episodes. Like we haven't seen them. this stage in a longer while. I thought I might be able to escape. It's the corridor. Stage 1. Well, it's short corridor. No laser, no laser, no laser. But a curvy laser that doesn't want to give up. This is certainly a stage to start off on. I mean, starting off or ending on doesn't really matter with no power drops. You're gonna have the power you have. Night Fossil! Not so familiar a face as I thought. So that's a lot of shields lost already. I mean, I know the final boss is essentially free, because it's 1,000 something. But it's not like it's not gonna hit me. Why did I risk a hit? Or a gray score orb? That I must ask myself. Are we doing the mega stream again? No. I'm glad we don't. Aya. Oh, these shoot. I did not notice earlier. Because I was killing them thoroughly. Stage never ends. I don't know what hit me. I'm assuming curvy lasers. Because they are here. That's more than enough evidence to me. So this area doesn't have many stages, but it has really long stages. I feel betrayed. Pawn wheel. Familiar faces from earlier today, but overall harder. Look, I did it correct for once and stayed up. Also, I had not destroyed one of your segments, and therefore got to see a laser. I'm assuming if you don't destroy any part somehow, being a pacifist, can't see any other way that would happen, it would shoot lasers in all directions. And that would be fun to see. There's enemies that only start shooting after they are past my laser. Those enemies are deemed unfair. Speaking of unfair, everything that happened there. Being very proactive around here. It's almost like I know this stage, but I don't like it. This is the real corridor. That's bad. Right? No? Not the real corridor? Yes, the real corridor. Please end real corridor. Not ending. I'm ending. I underestimated what this stage is gonna do to me. Now I'm stuck here doing it again. And there would have been another boss before. Like, that might be Phantom Castle. Probably is Phantom Castle. And now I'm stuck with it, so I have to do it. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna cheat harder at it though. Because I care so much about purple stages. See you at the stage I was at. I think I did decently well at everything else. Oh wait, this is the stage where I'm supposed to start talking again. It just was going so smoothly. Please let me through. So yeah, more power definitely makes things much easier, as one would expect. Still not gonna change the world in the face of the corridor. Okay. It's something. Well, I can destroy the corridor. So that's a start. Still getting shot in the back by someone. Oh, okay. These things coming from behind are a problem. Corridor wrecked. still took more damage than this. It is Phantom Castle. Too early. But yeah, this is the kind of angle I should have had for the whale earlier. Enough to block most of the bullets, but also still hit it. Like, this is too steep. I'm just experimenting now. I mean, okay, this target is too small. Also, I should be saving my laser for curvy laser spam, but it seems I'm getting it back anyway. Sure handled that curvy laser spam perfectly. It's almost like I always forget how to do it. If I try to do it in a better way. Oh, that was a good angle for that. Totally accidental though. Okay. Don't think I needed to boost up my shields. Famous last words. But it's just 1000 edge. Oh, laser actually ended. Didn't feed it enough bullets. Why do I always go up? It's the wrong thing to do. Unless you want to get trapped forever. Stop. So, I would have gotten hit definitely a few times. Yes, it's an easy boss with this shot type. It's not a free boss. But that's purpose for you. One less for future me to do. next time on Dariusburst. We finish another chronicle, and then the time after that, Suriyaha. The end. Been quite the journey, but all things must come to an end. Even fish must come to an end.